So I just watched AlphaOmegaSin's video about this whole topic and thing of super flaggers, and why didn't anyone send me that video yesterday? Anyway, a lot of people were mentioning him in the comments of the video I made earlier today, but the video I made about super flaggers, saying, oh, you should watch this video, this guy disagrees with super flaggers being a good thing, and etc., etc. And I was like, alright, I'll give it a shot, and started the video. I noticed the guy, recognized him, I should say. I know I've seen him before somewhere. He has a very distinct look, so it's not like the first time I saw this guy's work. But he brought up a few very good points and perspectives that I may not have exactly seen this whole super flagger topic from, and I want to kind of, not necessarily completely change my mind, but kind of modify a few things I said, because the guy brought up a lot of good points, and I'm not here to start a war with him or anything like that, and call him an idiot, etc., etc. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, Archie must disagree with this guy because he had a point of view that was differing from his video this morning. No, actually, I'm here to say that his video was a voice of clarity to a few things, a few ways of looking at this situation that I previously hadn't seen it as. Now, as both he and I noted, the whole super flaggers thing is not a system that is going to get people banned from YouTube. And that's the thing, like, I was trying to stress with people, and I was stressing with people in the comments that were saying, like, are you kidding me? You're for more censorship and all this? And I was saying to people, I'm like, are you people insane? None of the terms of service are changing. Nothing. The terms of service are still what they are. And AlphaOmegaSin pointed that out as well, because I think a lot of people got the misconception that these people, these super flaggers, are just going to be able to go delete, 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 when it's anything but that. They're basically notifying YouTube that they found content that they think is potentially violating their terms of service, and the ultimate decision of that lies on YouTube. Now, the point that AlphaOmegaSin brought up that I may just be having a bit of my naivete of this whole subject is that, do we seriously think the terms of service are going to be held to as much of a T if something like a legit organization, like say the FBI is given the super flagger capability, or your local police force, etc.? Like, do we seriously think they're going to do the best judgment of, oh, okay, we're going to observe the terms of service here because the police notified us something, compared to 13-year-old Brittany over here who notified us about a Justin Bieber hate video? And I'm like, that's a damn good point. And I don't know why New Dog is flipping a blanket underneath the camera right now. Are you okay, New Dog? Anyway, let's let him flip his shit. Try not to distract me. And I was like, you know, that's a damn good point. And like I said, there might be just me being naive about this, saying like, oh, well, you know, it's just stuff that's going to be queued up for YouTube officials to review, and it's the same officials now that review the same shit that 13-year-old Brittany flagged and her friends at school because someone made an anti-Justin Bieber video. And I'm getting so caught up on this whole notion of, since it's actual sensible people flagging this content, it's better than the system we have now. Now, I do still believe that, because the flagging system is basically, the reason why they're having to do this is because the flagging system is so broken. There's so many of just the irrational little 13-year-olds, the Shane Dawson army, the believers, etc., that flag videos willy-nilly just because they didn't like what you had to say about their favorite singer or their favorite cross-dresser on YouTube. New Dog, please stop biting me during the video. Where's your toy? Where's your toy? Where's your toy? There you go. He'll be gone for 5 minutes trying to find a toy. So I said to myself, okay, well, what do we want? Do we want, you know, sensible people with the mindset of, you know, flag stuff that's in violation of community guidelines, or do we want a system that allows the 13-year-old Sallys and Britneys of the world to flag something because you made fun of Justin Bieber? I'm at a state now of, like, I guess it's just pick our poison. Again, like AlphaOmegaSin said, you know, you gotta wonder, is YouTube and the officials at YouTube that, decide to, get rid of... I killed my baby picture. That get rid of a video because the police said so versus 13-year-old Brittany saying so, they're obviously going to hold more credence to the police or just whatever government agency. And, like I said, I was sticking by this mindset of, okay, well, they're still going to have to go by community guidelines. And another thing that Alpha said that reigns true is, I'm paraphrasing, of course, is, why should we give this website the benefit of the doubt when there's been so many instances in the past where they have just fucked things up for just the common man, for just having an opinion, for whatever. And I'm like, that is true, because who knows how much the guidelines can be swayed from this. Like, if the police say, I don't know, a black kid making a video because he hated the Trayvon Martin verdict, and, he was very angry and very vocal in the video. Let's say the police flag that because they feel it is possibly inciting a riot. Now, YouTube can be like, well, the police feel this, this little black kid blowing off some steam is, possibly inciting a riot. I guess we have to delete it. And that's an angle from this that I never thought about because, like I said, I had the mindset of like, okay, yeah, YouTube's going to make the best judgment and they're going to go by the community guidelines. And again, I was totally naive to think that. And to think that they are going to stick by that when a government agency could be involved now, is going to be involved now. I think that their flaggings are going to end up holding a lot more water. And AlphaOmegaSin is absolutely right about that. Absolutely right about that. Whereas your eye might see the little black kid that's pissed at the Trayvon Martin verdict is just some kid blowing off steam. It's not going to incite a riot. He's angry, whatever. But the police can be like, whoa, 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 we got to stop. Oh, everyone that's upset about the Trayvon Martin verdict, we don't want a riot to break out. So who knows how overreactionary things could get. Anytime there's a big verdict and something like that happens, oh, flag. Oh, the LAPD flagged 50 videos. Now we got to remove them because they fear a riot will break out. Yeah, that's definitely an option that could be worse than what we have now. And that is where freedom of speech can get stipend on this website unwarranted. But it's still human beings, and we have to ask ourselves now, like I said, pick your poison. Do you want a system where any number of like little 13-year-olds that are just irrational minded and flagging something for the fuck of it should exist? Or do we want a potential system where a government agency or a government group, etc., could come in and basically start mass flagging stuff and YouTube taking their word or their precedence a bit more heavily than just, whatever other group or super flagger is out there because, they're not a government agency or not a police force, etc. And Alpha did point out something else too, where it says like, YouTube hires 200 flaggers, 200 super flaggers. Actual companies, actual organizations count as one, and that's something I really should have clarified. And I actually understood that going into the video I made earlier today, and I should have really clarified that, because that is kind of misleading. Like, the ASPCA could be, deemed a super flagger to flag videos of animal cruelty or whatever, and YouTube's like, okay, well that's one for the super flaggers. That's one of the 200, where for all we know the ASPCA has massed 500 to 1,000 people to look for animal cruelty videos and flag them and send them to YouTube. And that could be another thing, like, I don't know, maybe I'm playing too rough with New Dog in a video, or I push him away because he snaps at me on camera. Could the ASPCA be like, oh no, that was violence against an animal? That's something very serious to think about. Whereas, I'm just roughhousing with my dog and I mean no harm and I love him dearly. Could the ASPCA be like, that guy clearly shoved an animal on video and that was cruel and that animal doesn't deserve that? You don't know. And if the ASPCA sends something to YouTube saying, oh, this video is flagged for animal cruelty, they're probably going to take it a lot more seriously than 13-year-old Sally saying, this guy shoved his dog in a video, please remove it. And that is something genuine to think about, and that is something that I really didn't think about all that much going into that video I made earlier today. Now, while I do still stand on the, hello new dog, on the stance of actual physical human beings being a better way, human beings that are told these are the community guidelines, flag only the videos that go against these community guidelines is a better way to do things. However, I do now question, thanks to AlphaOmegaSin's video and thanks to the input from you guys too, critiquing my video this morning, of saying, yeah, these government agencies could carry a lot more weight and they could sway the line of what is the community guideline. And as Alpha said, when's the last time this website did something for the better interest of us, when something looked one way on paper and ends up being something completely else in reality? So, yeah, I think my video earlier today was a little bit naive and deserves this video to polish it up and clean it up and clarify it a little bit more here for you guys. So, anyways, with that being said, I'm going to go out and play with New Dog in a totally non-rough fashion, totally, loving, caring animal to human type way. Isn't that right, New Dog? He's cowering in the corner for some reason, shaking. I don't know what that means. Anyway, have a good day, everyone.